curry powder. The aroma of curry powder actually gets people's juices flowing. It creates hunger. It's a natural reaction to curry powder when it's cooking. If you've got a mild curry or a Moroccan style hot pot or something like that, in a slow cooker, just slowly cooking away, and it's going to be ready about 3:30, 4 o'clock for people to taste, and you've got a Moroccan hot pot like we're about to do, sitting there that you can sell by the portion, by the spoon, by the weight, or however you want to sell it, you're halfway there. Just don't have it every day, just change it. Just change it so they've got something to get their aroma going and get them thinking about dinner that night. And so, talking about a Moroccan lamb hot pot, 400 grams.
Just while you're going there, Graham, I'll just interact here. And is anybody doing the crock pots at work with the aroma, with the samples, giving tastes? No? No one's tried it and seen her that she does. Once people taste something, they realise it's really good. And it works, Peter?
Yeah, I've done pork belly, casseroles.
I was just going to say lamb shanks.
Yeah.
Have a couple of lamb shanks and just take a wee piece off with a nice bit of gravy and the juices and the veggies and get them tasting that. Anything like pork belly, no. That's shit, this is lamb. Boy. If Fiona Crothers was here, I just said use the P word, I'd be bloody dead.
Especially around that time at 3:30 in the afternoon, because you guys yourself, you know that about 3:30 you actually start thinking about tea, and if you smell something,
tea,
or a meal,
thank you,
it makes you want something. So, like, you know, I always find if I'm going to do something like that and you get that smell, automatically it's hunger. You're like, I want to taste it. So by having that aroma in your business, when they walk in the door, automatically they start thinking of that. And they want to taste it, and once they've tasted it, they're buying.
Yep. You've actually sold it for them.
Yeah.
But you've also solved their problem, what they're having that night. And then you sell your add-ons. You might have sitting beside it packets of instant potato or a veggie or something else that's going to go with it as well. You know, don't be frightened.
So
don't be frightened to sell.
Upsell the condiments.
The bloody petrol stations will sell anything they can. I'm surprised they're not selling meat. They're probably the only ones that aren't. Everyone else does. So don't be frightened to sell something else that goes with the meat. Don't be shy on that one. Just the more convenient you make it for the shopper, the better. Okay, so the lamb. I hate it the way you put those gloves on, Corey. I really do.
You do? Frightens you?
I've come through customs too many times.
I heard that.
Okay, again, roughly chop the onions up, a bit rustic. We're going to have some slow cooking, so. And just typical flavours of a Moroccan dish, some lemon rind. You can use a zester, but I just find it's just as easy to use a peeler. Peel the rind off and give it a quick chop up. And again, if you're perhaps in Parnell, you might want to use preserved lemon as opposed to just lemon rind. You can upmarket this. Real easy. So,
and like Graham's just saying, it's when you're doing it, it's your business, and you want to put your own wee spins on something, then you do it. This is the idea, you know, to sort of get you thinking of a base, and then you add your bits and pieces. You might have a dish at home that your wife or something makes for you on a regular basis that you absolutely love, but you've never actually introduced it into your shop. And it could be as simple as this. You know, like, so your veggies and bits and pieces that you're using in them is great GP. And whether you've got the time that you're dicing them yourself, or you have a relationship with a supplier that can supply you already peeled and cut vegetables, you know, you've got different options to use those things. It could be that in your shop you're actually selling a few veggies as well, and just to keep them turning over, you're using them as well.
So I've just added some chopped fresh mint. Not sure if you're starting to get the smells of those down there, are you? We can
it's definitely up here.
It's great, isn't it?
So again, that aroma.
A lovely, fresh aroma coming out of that. It's really, really good. It's going to get the snorers of the ladies at 3:30, 4 o'clock going in it. Okay, and the lemon juice. Now this is going to have a couple of hours in the oven, or maybe 6 hours in a slow cooker. So don't worry if the odd lemon pip ends up in there. It's going to cook out in that time anyway. Okay, some simple Moroccan spice. Now this is just a commercial one, but if you want to make your own, your cardamom, cinnamon, cloves, it's not hard to make, but the commercial one works pretty well. And just 2 or 3 teaspoons of that in there, maybe 4. Got a bit of flavour. Now, 2 tins of tomatoes. And a tin of chickpeas.
When you, like if you are going to go back to work on Monday and you're going to introduce something like this into your shop, always just thinking, like, the first thing I'd sort of be inclined to do is find, point of sale. I have a certain section, and most of us do, that things sell really well from. So try and promote it in that section, a blackboard outside. And again, if you've got that crock pot there and you haven't used it for a while, put something in it, one of these dishes, get it going, get the aroma into the shop.
And there you go, Moroccan hot pot. Real easy. That's 1.2 kilos we added in weight to that with those 3 cans that would cost you less than $3.
What do you think something like this would sell for per kilo? Just roughly?
$15.
$15? It would be, wouldn't it?
Yep.
$15 a kilo. Okay, you've got good 2 kilos there, so you've got $30 worth there, and it's got 400 grams of meat in it. 400 grams of lamb shoulder. That would be a fairly good return, Rod, wouldn't it? Not bad. Not bad? Yeah, but sure. But you're paying a hell of a lot less for that, for waiting out for the lamb.
You sell it like per kilo as opposed to per unit?
I'd probably sell it per unit. I'm a unit person, and I've noticed that, especially in the new worlds, they've got in their surveys, they're certainly going back to the units, and a unit as a portion, so they're going into a single unit, $5, but 4 for $16. And if you watch them, they're all buying the 4 for $16. 2 tonight, 2 tomorrow night. So I would be tempted to not, I'd buy that by the portion rather than the weight.
And then it depends on how you are or where you are, isn't it? Because I've always sold per kilo.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then, like you were saying, Graham, a lot of people are sort of not sure how much they're going to get.
That's right.
To see that volume to feed their family, so they sort of struggle to get the work out if it's going to fit into their budget.
Yeah, that just needs a little bit of chopped mint, a bit of chopped parsley or something, just over the top to give it a bit of, doesn't it? Just to finish it off.
Has anybody got any questions just as we're going along on anything that we're doing?
Please.
Just to do with your the first pie that you made, and you're talking about the hot pot, so to speak, with the crock pot going. Obviously, how, it's probably already answered, but when you put the pastry, if you were selling it to the customer in a tinfoil tray and they wanted to take it home and you put the pastry tray over it, would you obviously punch holes in that pastry to stop the pastry getting too moist underneath?
Yes, the other thing you do with the pastry is you get a little bit of baking paper into wrap it around your finger,
yep.
sellotape it up, poke a hole in the middle and put that in there. So there's a little vent in the middle of it,
yep.
so that the steam's going to escape. And it's going to look great for the consumer as well. It's absolutely ready to go. It's got the little funnel, the Titanic funnel, single funnel in the middle of it. What do you call it? A ship with a single funnel.
Single funnel ship.
Right, that's cool. So this will be a single funnel pie. But yeah, absolutely. The more you can do to take the person, the consumer, having to think about what they need to do, the better it is. So yeah, very good move. Just a piece of baking paper around it, around the pie, yep, in the middle of it, so it's got the steam to escape. Great idea.
Graham,
Yes.
if you haven't always got the fresh herbs available, are the dried okay?
In a situation like a hot pot like that, no, to be honest. Fresh mint, and really fresh mint's the only one you need for that. But fresh mint will make a hell of a difference to the aroma. Dried spearmint, and that doesn't give it the same flavour at all. So sorry, on that one, stick to the fresh. Much, much better. Righto. We'll do a curry in a hurry. Is that our next one?
Yeah, it will be. Then the chops and that, yeah.
That's the one there. We have done the, and here's one I made earlier for you. So right now they are out in the oven in the kitchen, hopefully cooking away. We haven't been out there for a while to check on them.
They should be.
They should be cooking in the oven. We were in the kitchen reasonably early this morning. Okay, so same theme, but just using beef this time again, or back to beef. A curry in a hurry, a really easy one that they can put on in the morning. If they've got a slow cooker, or I'm actually still quite old-fashioned on that. I don't have a slow cooker. There is one at home. It's arrived very recently, I noted, and I'm guessing it comes from my mother-in-law's house, actually. It's not a new one by any means. I still braise in the oven. That's the way I was brought up, I guess.